Are you considering taking that big step towards settling down? If yes, then don't. I repeat, don't say yes without asking these questions. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel again. My name is Dami and I am your dating and relationship coach. And if you're joining my channel for the very first time, hello, welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you're watching my video right now. And of course, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to like this video. Be sure to share it to your friends and to your family. And of course, leave a comment for me. Let me know what you think about this video. So today I'll be talking to you about questions you should ask before saying yes. So these are questions you should ask yourself if you are considering the idea of, settling down with that special someone. If you're considering getting married to someone, then I think you should ask yourself this question. So the number one on my list is, am I really ready, or am I only doing this because he or she is asking? So you really need to sit yourself down and ask yourself this question, and you have to be honest about your answers. So are you ready to get married? Are you ready for marriage? Are you prepared for marriage? Are you prepared to play your roles in marriage? Because marriage is going to require you to play some roles in it. So if you are a man, are you ready to be a husband? And are you ready to be a father? And if you are a woman, are you ready to be a wife to your husband? And are you ready to be a mother to your children? Do you know what it means to wife your husband? And do you know what it means to mother your children? Do you know, as a man, do you know what it means to father your children? Do you know what it means to husband your wife? Because you see, whatever you want to be in life, there is always how to do it. There is how to be a lawyer, there is how to be a wife. So are you prepared enough? Do you even know how to be these things and play these roles without having anyone lag in marriage? So if your partner is asking you to marry them, then the first question you should ask yourself is, am I ready for marriage? Am I prepared enough? Do I have an adequate knowledge that I need to make it work? Do I know what I'm getting myself into? So am I prepared mentally? Because you have to be prepared mentally for marriage. Are you prepared mentally? Are you prepared physically? Are you prepared emotionally and financially? Are you prepared for marriage in all its entirety? Because I found out that a lot of persons are not even prepared for marriage. A lot of persons are prepared for the aspect of marriage that has to do with sexual interactions, and some people are not prepared for the role of being a mother, the role of being a father. Because if you're not prepared for this aspect of marriage, then you're going to run away and you are going to fail in that marriage, and this is not supposed to be you. All right, so you have to ask yourself if you're prepared. I know a young lady who got married, and then she was happy about getting married, and then she was prepared for that aspect of marriage that has to do with copulating with your partner, sleeping together. Yep. But she wasn't prepared for that role of mother, so much so it was really bad. When she gave birth, she just started crying. Yeah, she started crying. They didn't tell me the story, I was there. She started crying because she wasn't prepared for that role. At some point, she even started blaming her mother-in-law for not doing this, for not helping her out with this and that. I'm like, Auntie, the baby is your child. You gave birth to the child. So that means that the baby is yours. The baby is not your grandma's. And taking care of that baby is one of the responsibilities you have signed up for when you said you were ready to get married. So ask yourself again and be honest with your answer. Are you ready, or you're just doing this just because the other person is asking you? So the second question you should ask is, do I know this person well enough? Do you know this person that you want to marry well enough? How did they behave? How did they behave when they are faced with life situations? Are they respectable? What is their character like? Are they people of integrity? Are they respectable? How do they treat other people? How do they talk to other people? Because you see, when they talk to other people anyhow, it is just a matter of time before they transfer it to you. Yeah, because you see, who we are will eventually play out. Nobody can hide who they are forever. So do you know this person well enough, or they are just pretending to you? Do you know this person well enough beyond the things that this person tells you? Do you think that this person is who they really say that they are? You need to ask yourself if who they say they are really matches and aligns with who they really are. Because you see, you must be observant and you must open your eyes wide, to see the things that people are not telling you, because people will not tell you everything. There are things that people will not tell you, that you just have to pick up in their character, in their actions, in their behaviors towards you, and even towards other people. So do you know this person well enough before you share the rest of your life with them? Because marriage is a thing of trust, and you can't afford to do it even with the wrong person. No, so that you will not be frustrated. So make sure the person you are saying yes to is someone that you really, really, really know. Alright? So the third thing on my list is, am I in love with this person, or am I in love with the idea of getting married? So are you trying to get married because your friends are getting married? Are you getting married because now that you're done with school, it seems to be the necessary thing to do? So are you really in love with this person, or you just want to get married? Because you see, I've seen people who just want to get married. They just want to be married. They just want to wear rings. Some people just love the idea of love. They just want to, some people just love the idea of weddings. They just want to do that wedding so that everybody will know that, yes, they can do this. Yes, this is me doing my wedding. Some people just love the idea of a wedding, and they are not really, really in love with this person. And if you love the idea of a wedding, if what you really love is the idea of a wedding, then you don't need to get married. No, you don't. You don't need to get married if what you love is the idea of weddings. Do you know what you should do instead? Instead, go to weddings every weekend. Yeah, that's what you should do. That's what I think you should do. Go to weddings every weekend if that is what you love. But I don't see how you will even be productive with your life if you go to weddings every blessed weekend. But I'm serious. I'm really, really serious. If what you love is the idea of weddings, then you shouldn't be getting married. Of course, you should be attending weddings. And I think you should take my advice. Attend weddings every weekend. And some people, what they love is the idea of wearing ring on their finger. Please, if what you love is the idea of wearing rings on your finger, please just go and buy rings. You don't need to get married. Don't get married. Don't string another person along with that your idea. Just go and buy rings. In fact, buy for your whole fingers and wear on the entire fingers. Yeah, if that's what you love, I think that's what you should do. Buy rings and wear them on your fingers. Because you see, loving the idea of marriage, or loving the idea of wedding, or loving the idea of wearing rings will not sustain your marriage. So you have to ask yourself if you really, really love this person, or what you love is all other things that don't really, really matter in a marriage. So the next question on my list is this person God's will for me? Now, if you're a believer, this is going to be a major, major one for you. So this person that you want to settle down with, have you asked God about them? And has He even given you a go ahead about them? Or you just want to settle down? Listen, if you're a believer, and I'll say this again, if you're a believer, you cannot even afford to play about this point I am talking about. Have you asked God about this partner? What does God have to say? Listen, you have to be willing to listen to what God has to say about this, your decision. Because if you're going to do marriage, in fact, you have to understand that God orchestrated marriage, God ordained marriage, and if you're going to do marriage God's way, you will have to do it God's way. He has to be involved because it was God's idea to even begin with. So you can't take out the God factor from your relationship. You can't take out the God factor from your marriage. You have to be willing to ask God about this person. And of course, like I always say, you have to be willing to listen to Him when He speaks to you, because He's going to speak back to you when you ask Him about this very person that you intend to settle down with. God is going to answer you. He's your Father, and when you speak to Him, expect Him to speak back to you. He's going to speak into your spirit and going to leave the answer in your spirit. So Be open enough to receive whatsoever his answer is. And like I always say, his answer may not be what you want to hear. So you must be comfortable enough and obedient enough. The Bible says if you are willing and obedient, you will eat the good of the land. So if you are willing and obedient, you will marry the right person, in as much as God is involved. So is God saying to go ahead with this person? Because you see, everything might even look good on the outside, but you see, it is only God that can tell you what people are not even telling you. The person might even be hiding things from you that you don't know about, but God knows, and so he's going to tell you, because he's a good father. God is not a wicked father. It's not a wicked God. It's going to tell you things that even people are hiding. And sometimes everything look good on the outside. Everything look good on the outside. The guy is your spec, lady is your spec, they're everything you want. But God knows that this person is not fit for your destiny. Even if the person ticks all your boxes, the person might not be good for your life, might not be good for your destiny in life. So this is why you have to ask God and never take out the God factor from your relationship. And before I go right into the last question you should ask before saying I do, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to like this video, share it to your loved ones and to your family, and of course leave a comment for me. Let me know questions you think should be asked before saying I do. So the number 5th question you are to ask before saying I do is, are there any red flags that I am overlooking? Are there situations you shouldn't be entertaining that you are currently entertaining? Are there things you're not supposed to be overlooking and brushing under the carpets? Are there situations you are in presently that you shouldn't even be in? Are there things you are overlooking that are red flags that are staring you in the eye that you are ignoring and making excuses for? Does your partner have behaviors and characters that are unhealthy and yet you are ignoring them and not addressing them? If yes, then this is a major one that shouldn't be swept under the carpet at all. So if there are red flags that you're ignoring, then I think it is time, but now is the time to address it head on. So call them, address it, address the situation, tell them about it. If they're willing to work on it, then that is progress. But if they are unwilling to work on it, then you shouldn't go ahead to settle down with them. Alright, I hope that you learned 1 or 2 things from this video, and I hope that it has really been helpful, and I hope that you will apply it before saying I do to that special someone. I'll see you in my next video, and until then, keeping on. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and of course share it to your friends and family. And again, let me know questions that you think I might have omitted that you think should be asked before saying I do. Let me know them in the comments. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.